Hello, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook, and Temple of Balance on YouTube. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. It's Wednesday check-in, and we're here on Wednesday to check in. So take a moment. Well, first of all, if you're not sure what Wednesday check-in is, please look back through my previous videos, Wednesday check-ins. The first one is kind of an introduction, and then we talk about various topics in the videos to follow. In this particular video, I want to talk about checking in and looking at how we can potentially charge ourselves up or motivate ourselves or refuel, or if we're feeling flat, if we check in and we notice we're feeling flat, how we might be able to sort of boost ourselves back up again. So before we start Wednesday check-in, it's important to check in. So take a moment to catch your breath. Just put everything you've got to do aside, unless you're in the middle of driving or operating heavy machinery or something. If you have a moment now, please stop, take a big breath, and scan. So we're observing, we're checking in from top to bottom. So from the top of our head all the way down to the soles of our feet. And just checking in, see what we observe. How is our body in various parts? How is our physical body in general? Are we feeling tired, lethargic, exhausted, energized, awake, focused? If you could find a word or two to describe how your physical body is doing, what words would you use? Remembering, we're only observing. We're not judging. We're not making reasons why we feel a certain way. Like, oh, my ankle feels sore because I did a big hike yesterday. I don't want to have the because. I don't want to have the reasons. We just want to purely observe. Check in. Yes, my ankle is a bit sore. Okay. Before we figure out what we're going to do with that, we also want to check in on our emotional state. So how are we doing emotionally? Not 5 minutes ago, not yesterday, not potentially tomorrow. How do we feel now? Observe. And how is our mental state? So mentally, how are we doing in this very moment? Are we stressed out? Are we feeling pressured? Are we feeling focused? Are we feeling productive? What is our mental state? So again, we're just observing. So let's say we observe and we check in and we're feeling quite flat and lethargic and exhausted. So if I'm feeling that, what I might do is, depending on where I am, so at the moment I'm out in nature, I'm camping, hence the crazy hair. I'm camping at the moment, so if I was at home, which is where I usually am, and I'm feeling flat and tired and exhausted, let's say I didn't sleep well for whatever reason, and I'm feeling just tired, I will make sure I make some time to rest. I might put on a meditation and just let my body just rest as it needs to. So if I need to do that, I will. But let's say we're feeling flat and we've had a fairly good night's sleep and we're feeling flat or lethargic for a while now, for more than a few days. What can we do to pep ourselves up? We could go for a walk. We'd get on some walking clothes and our walking shoes and head out and just not think about it, just go for a walk. You know, we don't want to overthink because we'll talk ourselves out of it, especially if we don't do it often. So we might want to put on our walking shoes, put on some music in our headphones and walk. We might want to go for a drive out into nature and go for a relaxing walk in nature. We might want to put on some music. One of the things I love to do, especially if if I'm feeling a bit slow to start, I'll put on my headphones with one of my favourite songs I like at the moment, whatever that is, and it's usually one I'll dance to, so I get moving my body privately. No one can see me, and I'll probably look ridiculous, but I'm getting my body moving. You know, I'm working it, I'm feeling it, I'm stretching the parts of my body that feel achy or sore or tired, and really pepping myself up. I'll jump around a bit. I'll, get moving. I think a lot of our lack of motivation is our state of mind. So making sure that our mind, we're not letting it overthink things and talk us out of doing something that could be fun or motivating, but you know, getting it back into motion again. And it really is getting those cogs turning again, isn't it? So if things have been slow mentally and we're feeling lethargic, let's look at ways of getting the cogs turning. So getting physically active, using or working with music, and really setting ourselves into a positive mindset. Setting ourselves a plan of things that we want to do today that's doable. So have a think about it. What can you do, or what do you do to help motivate yourself and get you back into moving and getting those cogs turning again? Because we can sit back in a sort of lazy, blah, unmotivated space. We could sit in that space for quite a long time. I know for me, if I feel it more than 3 days, then I'm into action. I've got to find a way to self-motivate. And we can self-motivate. It really is a state of mind. So how can you self-motivate? Even if your physical body is not cooperating very well with you right now, there might be some things you can do. Can you sit and do some beading or crafting or drawing, or things that you like to do that don't require a lot of physical activity? I'm sure there's still things that you can do no matter what your physical limitations might be. So have a think about it, see what you feel, and have a happy Wednesday check-in. I'll be back next week for Wednesday check-in. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website at templeofbalance.com.au. So thanks for connecting. I look forward to reading your comments below if you have any thoughts or things that work for you that I forgot to cover. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Namaste. Bye.